Micah here again from Websites Advice, and welcome to the fourth installment of our webinar series about website making. Again, don't forget to share and like this video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel too, and follow us on Facebook to avail of the freebies that we are giving away. Remember, we'll be giving away promo codes. And last webinar, I showed you exactly how to avail of our promo codes. So if you have not received it on email yet, you may go ahead and visit our website and click on the tab that says promo codes in our dashboard. And it will lead you to our promotional code coupons with our web hosting provider partners. Then, just to remind you also, we'll be selecting a lucky winner from one of you whom we will help in building his or her own website with 1 year free web hosting subscription with one-on-one consultation with our experts from Websites Advice. So keep on watching our webinar series and follow us in all of our social media platforms. Again, please mention down below your friends so they can get access to our webinar today, and your friends especially who you think would really need this kind of webinar. And keep on liking this video as well. Now, today in our webinar, it will be extra special. Why? Well, last time we gave you the top picks web hosting providers of Websites Advice, the 9 top picks, right? We showed you which options are good for you. And I hope at this point you already have a web hosting provider in mind, because if you do, it's time to build a website. Remember, in our first webinar, we talked about how there are different options when it comes to building a website. You can build a website using a CMS like WordPress and a website builder. But did you know that your selected web hosting provider can also be a way for you to build your website? You may wonder, web hosting providers host your website, right? Yes. So how can you use them to build your website? Well, last time, one of the checklists that I told you was to check if your web hosting provider offers additional features that may be useful to you. This is one of the features of a web hosting provider that I am talking about. Majority of web hosting providers today offer website builder tools or allows the access of a website builder and a WordPress builder as one of their features. Now, it's really tempting to really build your website with them since they offer a lot of discount. And if you choose to build your website with them, it becomes a one-stop shop. That's really the beauty of it. The beauty of this is that your web hosting provider becomes a one-stop shop. They even guide you on how to build your own domain names. So if you select a particular web hosting providers from any of the 9 top picks that we are recommending here in Websites Advice, you can go ahead or they will allow you rather to register your own domain name, be your web hosting provider, and build a website with them using perhaps their very own website builders, or they will feature or they will allow access to WordPress or to any other website builder. So in our webinar, we'll show you a step-by-step process on how to create a website using web hosting providers. We'll be looking into how to create a website using 3 of the Websites Advice top picks. We will show you the process on how to create your website using Bluehost, HostGator, and SiteGround. You may ask, why 3 out of the 9 web hosting providers that we recommend? Well, learning how to navigate around Bluehost, HostGator, and SiteGround will already train you on how to handle building a website using any web hosting provider. So I suggest you lock your eyes on our screen for today in our webinar and listen carefully as we take you to the step-by-step process on how to create a website using web hosting providers. And today, as I said, our videos or our webinar rather will be extra special because we will feature some of the videos that we have in our YouTube channel, and that will guide you comprehensively on how to set up your website. And before we start, may I just remind everybody that we are giving and activating the link of the feedback form at the end of the webinar. Now, to remind you, this feedback form will serve as today's attendance and the sole basis for giving your e-certificates. So make sure to answer the feedback form at the end of the webinar, and we will only activate it within 45 minutes upon activation. After 45 minutes, the link will be closed. So make sure to stand by for our feedback form. It's activated link, and make sure to answer it within 45 minutes upon activation. All right, let's begin. Let's begin with Bluehost. Remember, Bluehost was founded in 2003 and is one of the largest web hosting companies known for its feature-rich hosting solutions and an official WordPress recommended hosting provider. Remember, in our first webinar, I told you that WordPress powers 30% of the internet. And considering the amount of traffic and things and websites that are on the internet at this day, it's really that 30% thing is a very huge chunk of the internet society. So if a particular web hosting provider is recommended by WordPress themselves, it really means that it is a good web hosting provider. They provide a robust hosting service ranging from shared web hosting, VPS hosting, to dedicated servers, bloggers, web developers, and small and medium-sized enterprises. Now, you may ask, why do we recommend Bluehost as your one-stop shop in building your own website? Well, first, Bluehost is one of the industry's leading reliable and fast web hosts. All of its data centers are equipped with UPS. UPS stands for uninterruptible power supply or uninterruptible power source. Now, UPS is an electrical apparatus that provides emergency power to load when an input power source or main power fails. On top of that, Bluehosts have redundant diesel generators, meaning they have duplicated not more than one type of generator. This means that they have redundant power supply, meaning they use two or more physical power supplies, and each of the power supplies have the capacity to run the Bluehost, its service, on its own, which will allow it to operate even if one of their power supplies go down. They also operate on a multiple 10 gigabyte fiber connections that connects the data centers around the globe, which really means that they are very, very fast. Now, the second reason that we recommend it is that it's because of its cPanel or control panel. And Bluehost's cPanel is free and easy to use. You may ask, what is cPanel? Well, cPanel allows you to publish websites, manage domains, organize web files, create email accounts, and more. Think of it like a raw materials, or in cooking, right? You have the certain ingredients or recipes in cooking, and you use all of this, you combine all of this to make a tasty dish. It's just like a cPanel. The cPanel would be your ingredients. And web host, the Bluehost web host, is the one that lets you combines, that guides you in mixing all of these things to create a wonderful website. Now, cPanel is the most popular control panel in building a website or managing a server. And Bluehost offers cPanel-based icon to its user, including features such as file management, email domain, database management, and more. And it also has um, it can add or it has added free features to its cPanel, such as simple script one-click program installation and free SSL certificate issuance and many more. Now, just to remind you again, remember SSL? SSL certificate is a security feature and it operates under how do you call this, encrypting. So this is a very good security feature to have if you have a website. Now, the third reason why we recommend Bluehost is that it has a top-notch customer support. Believe me, if you are a website owner, every website owner knows that customer support is an important thing. Now, Bluehost provides superb customer support for its users. Customer support engineers from Bluehost are available 24/7, and they are well trained with extensive knowledge to answer any technical question that their users may ask. Now, what I really like about Bluehost is that it guarantees an average hold time fewer than 30 seconds. So when people contact them by phone or live chat, rest assured that within 30 seconds, a customer support engineer from the other line is ready to answer all of your questions about their web hosting service, okay? Now, lastly, Bluehost have excellent PHP hosting provider. PHP, like Philippine Peso, but it's not Philippine Peso. PHP is a scripting language in the world of websites. Now, the PHP language is an open source interpreter, open source, just like WordPress, which means that it interprets in real time. It is not built into the code of the machine it's running on. Just to give you a background on this, computers communicate, or the language of computer is based on binary numbers like 0, 0, 0, 1, and things like that. That's how they communicate to one, and that's how language is within a computer. Well, for us humans, we communicate through words, through sentences and paragraph, discourse, but internet or the computers communicate through binary numbers. That's where PHP scripting language comes in. They interpret the language within the computer to that of the language of the people. The main goal of the PHP language is to provide a powerful and free tool to create dynamic websites. It's currently one of the most popular scripting languages in the world today and the one that is commonly used. And it's pretty hard to find a web host that could offer this particular feature more than Bluehost. So Bluehost hosting plan can really provide almost everything that you need to create a successful PHP website. Bluehost really made their service as user-friendly as possible. So, in the next succeeding minutes, I urge you to lock your eyes on the screen as we reveal to you how to build a website using Bluehost. Watch this. there you have it. That is how you create a website using Bluehost. Now, let's talk about creating a website, a WordPress website using Bluehost. Perhaps some of you or majority of you here are eyeing for WordPress to use for your website. It's really wise to do that. WordPress is free and it powers a lot of websites today. So it's really good and it's a great decision, a great choice if you choose WordPress. Now you can create WordPress websites using a Bluehost too. Bluehost is WordPress recommended and it is considered one of the most popular web hosts in the industry with 2 million domains hosted, and it has a solid reputation among webmaster communities. Now, here are the 5 reasons why choosing a Bluehost is a good choice to make a WordPress website, aside from the fact that it is WordPress recommended. Number 1, it is free and it is easy to use. WordPress also have themes in Bluehost that lets you create beautiful website. Its WordPress plugins creates your dream functionality. And number 4, it takes security seriously. And aside from that, it has a vast support community. So, how do you create a WordPress website using Bluehost? Watch this. That is how to create a WordPress website using Bluehost. Bluehost really made their website builder as user-friendly as possible. Bluehost will really guide you in every step of the way. That's why choosing Bluehost as your web hosting provider and your one-stop shop in building your website has never really been easy. Now, if you have any questions regarding this, please wait until the end of the webinar and Ken will help you in answering all of your questions. But at this point of the webinar, we will show you how to create a website using HostGator. Now, HostGator was founded in 2002. They have several international offices throughout the globe, and it has grown into a leading provider of shared, reseller, VPS, and dedicated web hosting plans. Now, HostGator's running over 12,000 servers and more than 8 million domains make up about 1% of the world's internet traffic. So HostGator is really, they come with experience and they really have a lot of people that they host or that they provide service to. And here are the 4 reasons why we recommend HostGator. Well, HostGator is one of the industry's largest, oldest web hosting companies. In general, HostGator provides a range of web hosting solutions and ample functionality to support a website. Whatever website you want to create, whether it be a blog, a family gallery, an e-commerce website, or just a simple website. Their website builder provides an incredibly convenient drag and drop construction experience, and you can choose a wide range of themes and even pre-constructed sections. Now, pre-constructed sections in designing and publishing a fantastic website. So do you want to know more? Watch and learn. This is how to create a website using HostGator. HostGator indeed can be one of the best options in building a website. Its website builder offers ease of usage and a variety of customization tools. So if you're looking for one-stop shop website builder option to build any website or WordPress website, consider HostGator. Now, let's look into the third web hosting provider to choose or to use in building your website. Finally, we'll look into SiteGround. SiteGround is highly recommended by Websites Advice, and what makes SiteGround unique is its unique team of individuals who have been providing outstanding services to their clients' websites since 2004. They offer managed web hosting services for personal websites and online businesses, and they are located in 3 continents. They have grown into serving more than 500,000 domains and 6 hosting data center. And this is what I really love about SiteGround. They focus on speed, security, and 24/7 customer support. SiteGround develops lots of tools and unique in-house solutions that make their hosted websites run faster and safer. Now, SiteGround platform is powered by Google Cloud, and it features SSD persistent storage. They have distributed storage running on SSD disks for an optimal speed and high-level redundancy. So they have the technology that really makes their service run very fast. It also has ultra-fast network. Now, Google in general is known for maintaining one of the fastest and best connected network. And since SiteGround operates and is powered by Google Cloud, rest assured that just like Google, SiteGround is also fast. And what I really love about SiteGround is that it also features 100% renewable energy match. This is because of Google. Google matches 100% of the energy consumed by their operations with renewable energy. This means SiteGround matches this 100% of the energy consumed by their global operations with renewable energy and maintains a commitment to carbon neutrality. So they don't just offer a one-of-a-kind outstanding service when it comes to websites, but they also try to protect the planet. So let us show you then how to create a website using SiteGround. Watch and learn. really hard not to recommend SiteGround with its outstanding performance as a web hosting provider to its easy-to-use website builder tools. Their team of experts can guarantee a powerful website if you sign up with them. And on top of that, with SiteGround, guarantee that their services are truly crafted with care. And there you have it. Those are the steps on how to build a website, or any website that is, or a WordPress website via web hosting providers. As I mentioned before, majority of web hosting providers today, just like the 9 top picks that we offer here in Websites Advice, offer their very own website builder tools or allows access to a particular website builder or WordPress. And you can check them out using the webinar today. We hope you are now confident how to navigate any web hosting providers, website builders out there. Basically, the steps we've shown you on this specific web hosting providers, Bluehost, HostGator, and SiteGround, are similar to any website builder tools of any web hosting providers, whether it be Hostinger, InSend, Bysend, Alibaba, the GoDaddy. The steps are repetitive. So if you really listen attentively to the step-by-step process, and even though that these providers are not your selected web hosting providers, it is easy to navigate other hosting providers' website builder tools because it is repetitive in nature and similar to that of what we have features. And if you want to find out more on how to build a website on each of the 9 top picks web hosting providers of Websites Advice, check out our YouTube channel. You can find the step-by-step process in making a website using our top 9 picks. And while you're at it, please hit the like button every time you watch a certain video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for you to get updated of all the videos that we post, just like what you've witnessed here in our webinar today. We will be posting there all of the webinars that we have conducted here in Websites Advice and the step-by-step tutorials on everything that you need to know in making a website. This ends our discussion today. Please stand by for our question and answer session. Now, right after this, we will be activating the link of the feedback form, and I will pin it in our comments section down below. So make sure to answer the feedback form within 45 minutes upon activation. As you do that, I have Kenneth on the line, our website's expert. So he is here to answer again all of your questions about today's webinar. So I suggest, as I patch him through, as I connect him to our webinar today, comment down below the questions that you have for him, and please do stand by and answer the feedback form as I patch him through.